publisher. And yeah, they started with this Lock On Gaming Journal, which features articles and artwork from various different individuals. I've shown this book in another video of mine. My roleplay for Gaming Bookstore had this in it. And I think it also appeared in my Hollow Knight collection video because the cover art here is Silksong, and there is an article in here about Hollow Knight and Silksong. So yes, they got their start with Lock On. They have since branched out to some other areas, such as full books like this. This is a handheld history. This is the one that is about like the DS and Switch, Game Boy Advance era. There's another edition that covers earlier years of handheld gaming. And they have a variety of these kinds of like full books that cover things like consoles, handheld. And I can't quite remember what some of their more recent ones have been. And they're pretty similar to the Lock On journal, but with a little bit more targeted focus on like a specific topic, in this case being handheld gaming. Maybe a little bit more in-depth articles and historical stuff like this as well. They also have like board games, I think. But I don't have any of those to show you as an example. They've also recently gotten into doing some art books. seems to be some sort of signed and numbered certificate. Number 267 out of 3,000. This is a sticker. This is the player character. And this is one of the main characters from the story. And then we have some postcards with artwork on them. inside is a reversible cover. It's the same cover, but it is without the health and safety information here. Unfortunately, it's also without the spine, and I really like for my Switch games to have the spine still visible so that you know what game is on the shelf. So I don't see myself switching to that cover, which means it's a little bit of a waste. Maybe they could have different artwork on the inside rather than just the same thing repeated again. And the cartridge has the same, it's the two characters right here, but on the cartridge, and it looks like they've removed this like eyeball ring thing around them. Okay,